starting at 11. What y'all know? Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all know nothing. Y'all know nothing. Hey, yo, it's the daily go get mism show. And check it out. We live and direct Power Monday all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should. Y'all know I can't put the camera on myself right now because it's too dark. It's too dark in the cabin, son. So what we gonna do, and what we gotta do, focus on the road for right now, and then when we get in the city, where we have good lights and all of that kind of stuff, that we can turn it around. I mean, if it's that for y'all to see my face. But listen, tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show, we are talking about support but no protection. Support but no protection. When you think about that, it almost sounds oxymoronic. Like, how can you support somebody but wouldn't protect them? Well, it happens. It happens, and unfortunately, things like this happen at the wrong time. Somebody might be supporting you because they really like you, or they really like something that you're doing. They really want to be a part of your personal movement. Like, they feeling you. They feeling the things that you're doing and what you're into, and they like it. So, they want to be down. They want to be on your side. They may even set it up for you to set up moves for you to be able to make and support you in many ways, as far as promoting you and helping you to get yourself out there and make money. But when you start talking about protection, you're talking about a whole different animal. When you start talking about protection, you have to start asking yourself, am I safe when I'm with this person? Because that's what protection is. I'm not talking about a situation where you put somebody in the position to have to defend you. I'm not talking about when you manufacture ways for somebody to have to stand up for you because you want to see what they're made of, or you want to see if they would do it. When I say protection, I'm talking about your safety, your personal safety. I don't know about y'all, but it's hard for me to be around people that I knew or that I know wouldn't have my back if something went down. I'm not out here in these streets, and I've never been out here in these streets in a negative way. But I know that in a city like mine, like the city of Philadelphia, anybody can get it. Anybody can get got at any time. Y'all know we have like one of the highest murder rates in the country. So our city is on tilt. Now, it doesn't make me afraid to walk the streets because, look, we've always been a murderous type of city. So people like me can't allow what's going on out there in the world to hinder their movements. But if you're out there together, as far as I'm concerned, when you're with somebody, y'all are a team. Y'all are partners. Y'all are a partnership. Y'all are together. Y'all are a bond. So you need to be with somebody that's gonna be there to make sure that you don't get hurt in any type of way. And sometimes we have friends and family members and things like that that will support us, that will help us to get the things in life that we want, but they won't protect us for whatever reason. Now, some people may not protect you because they don't have what it takes to protect you. You don't have to be tough to try to protect somebody. I've known plenty of people that ain't have no kind of hands, but they would definitely speak up for you, or they would try to fight, like whether they have hands or not. Sometimes it's the effort and the strength that you put forward that will make all the difference. Sometimes you just scary enough to get by, to whereas you won't even have to get physical with anybody. And I know that we're at an age right now that we don't want to be out there fighting. We don't want to get physical out there, but it will make you more comfortable and confident to know that if a situation should arise, that you will be protected. women out here, I ain't gonna lie, especially black women, I feel for y'all. I really do. Because y'all have been put in a position to have to be the supporters and the protectors of your home. And to me, that doesn't sit well. I'm not feeling that. You know, like, I'm not saying that a man has to be in the home. And if a man is in the home, I think that a man should definitely be a protector. What good is a man that will tell you, yeah, baby, you can make it. Yeah, you can do it. But if in the commission of you making it and doing it, he's not going to make sure that everybody is safe in the home. He's not going to make sure that nobody puts their hands on you or threatens you or makes you feel threatened, hurt, uncomfortable, or, you know, and otherwise uneasy. What good is that? Now, I ain't saying that you should put your man in some kind of Popeye Bluto situation. I ain't saying that. But what I am saying, and what I'm gonna say, is that if you're gonna be with a man, then the man that you are with should be willing to make sure that nothing happens to you in any type of way. Like, he should be ready, willing, and able to make sure that no harm comes to you while you're with him. So I don't care if he is a big, muscular giant or a skinny rail. He should be ready to throw down. And even if he's not going to get physical, he should make sure that he blocks anybody else from becoming a threat to you. That's how I feel. So what happens? Because I know that plenty of women out there have been with men that could not or would not protect them. And I know that that's a compromising position. So let me ask y'all ladies, what is it like, or how did you feel when you were dealing with a man that you knew could not or would not protect you from other men, from other threats, from muggers, from would-be assailants? What is it like to be with a man that you know ain't gonna be there to hold you down and make sure everything is all right? You know what I mean? Because that don't sound like a good look to me. It doesn't sound like a good look to me at all. So, what's your life like? You know, I think that would be a really hard situation, especially. Hold on, I think we could probably turn the camera around now. Let me see. We might have enough light now. Yeah, we might be all right now. You know, we on our way to crossing the bridge and all of that, so we might be in good shape now, son. Ain't your son, we in good shape now. You good. But yeah, what's it like? What's it like being with somebody that you really love, that you really care for, and that you might even have kids with? But you know he a punk. You know when it really all comes down to it, he ain't gonna stand up for you. Or, since we're talking about support but no protection, when we talk about support but no protection, what happens when you have a man that would support you as long as there's no threat? But if there's a threat, then that man would withdraw his support from you and wouldn't protect you. Let me give you an example. Let's say you were being disrespected by somebody at your home, like maybe one of your neighbors or an ex of yours or something like that was coming through and really, you know, becoming a threat to you. Definitely, you know, getting in your world and making things uncomfortable for you. And so you might tell your man about it, who is normally very supportive and maybe even claim to be protective of you. So you tell him, like, you know, the guy down the street, my neighbor, that live around the corner or down the street, I think he used to like me or whatever, but I ain't never given the time of day. But every now and then he be disrespecting me. You know, he be on that bullshit. I think he's just mad because I ain't never give him no play. And, you know, so he always has something smart to say, or sometimes he'll be like straight up and down disrespectful to me. Now, like I said, your man might be otherwise situation of you, like, baby, I got your back, you know, it's this and the third. All right, so you tell him what's going on with this dude. At first he like, oh no, I'm gonna handle that situation, I got you. You know, ain't nobody gonna mess with my baby. You know what I mean? I'm gonna handle this situation with the quickness, I got this. But when he sees that the dude is a tough guy, or bigger than him, or stronger than him, or a bigger threat to him, or intimidating towards him, now all of a sudden it's like, well, yeah, but she do be having a lot of mouth, but you know, my dude, like, start jumping on his dick, start jumping on the enemy's dick. He all on the dick of the ops. He all dick riding the ops. And I've seen dudes do this. I've seen them do it with me. And I'm like, and when I saw it, I was thinking to myself like, wow. I'll give you an example. There was this one time when I used to do real estate, when I used to be a landlord. I had this one tenant, this chick, and she used to pop off at the mouth. She used to pop off. And, you know, like, she was used, you could tell she was the type that was used to disrespecting her dudes, keeping them in line. She's definitely a mouthy chick. And, you know, listen, we trying to get in there to make repairs, so, you know, like, she called for repairs and we come in there to make the repairs, but she kept messing around with the appointments. So we would set an appointment to get in there. You know, she would say, oh, okay, yeah, y'all can come in this day. And then the day we would come in, you know, she would get pissed, like, how y'all gonna come in my place when I'm not there? And we would be like, because you told us that we have, of course we have the key to the crib. You know what I'm saying? But we made the appointment. So we knocked before we came in, and when we weren't there, and when we didn't receive an answer, we went on in. So I'm explaining this to her. She started getting all mouthy and crazy, and, you know, flip at the lip and flip at the mouth and all of that. And I was like, listen, the entry that we made was totally legit. We didn't come by randomly. We called first. We made an appointment with you before we called. And the way that it goes is that when we make an appointment, we still go in even if the tenant is not home, because a lot of people work during the daytime when we're making repairs. So you know, we made sure that nobody went in your place and stole anything or violated in any kind of way. But she was like, no, y'all can't fucking go in my apartment, and y'all can't do this, that, and the third, and all that shit. And I see y'all be doing that dumb shit and blah, blah, blah. I was like, listen, I tried to explain everything to you, but I can see that you want to see things your own way. So I'm going to just let you go ahead and do you. So she ain't like that shit. Because listen, I ain't really the one. I don't really, and this is going to sound funny, but I don't really care about nobody yelling at me, screaming and all that kind of shit. I don't really care about that shit. As long as I get what I want in the end, that's what matters to me the most. So I wasn't really offended by that, but she was offended by me not being offended by it. So she started really, you know, getting disrespectful, and I said, all right, well, I'm out of here anyway. So blah blah. I went and did my thing. She must have reported to her man that I really disrespected her, and she ain't like that shit. So So when I came back over the crib, you could see his demeanor was like, yeah, when this motherfucker get over here, you know, I'ma handle my business. But when he saw me, now mind you, this was either in the late 90s or the early 2000s. So I was but much more trim, and you could tell I worked out a lot, and so when he saw me, he wasn't all of that hype that he was getting ready for. You saw it go. So he was ready to have a regular conversation, like he had some sense, and I was glad he was, because I ain't trying to have it with my tenants and not the boyfriend of the tenants and all of that kind of stuff. So he said to me, like, yeah, man, you know, I know my girl, you know, she be acting all crazy and all of that, blah blah. I should have known that it wasn't like what she said. And I remember thinking to myself, like, listen, man, even if my girl was wrong, I wouldn't have told the ops. I wouldn't have told me that she was wrong. I would have just said, listen, let's handle this like men. And I don't mean men like fighting. I mean, let's handle this like decent brothers should handle it. Like, listen, my girl told me that this happened and blah, 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 blah. Me being her man, of course, I'm going to come to her aid and her defense in the situation. So, you know, I need to know exactly, you know, what happened from you, so I can match it to her version, so we can get the whole situation taken care of. Because I would have respected that, and that's what I would have done. But because he didn't visually think that he could beat me, he straight folded. He straight folded. And I saw him fold. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, you know, it'd be like that. So I don't know how much he supported his girl outside of that situation. But whatever support that there was no protection. Now, had I been a little pipsqueak, a little punk type dude and all of that, maybe he would have protected her. But my thing is, you protect your woman at all times. Like, whatever's gotta be, it's gotta be. I ain't saying that you have to necessarily put your life on the line, but why would you want to be with somebody whose life you wouldn't, who you wouldn't put your life on the line for? Yeah, I understand you might have just met him, but you ain't with somebody who you just met. Nonetheless, if y'all out together, you make sure that they feel protected. So, support but no protection. A support but no protection. What you know? What y'all know? It's a serious thing, because there may have been times when you have family members, friends, best friends. A lot of people are not best friends anymore, or even good friends anymore, because of this type of situation. Because there was support but no protection. You know how it is when you growing up. It's anybody who grew up in the 80s in Philly, New York, Jersey, whatever. Y'all know what it was. It was hard to just go to different neighborhoods and all of that, even traveling around, sometimes in your own neighborhood. You know, this block against that block and all that kind of stuff. So you got into shit. So whoever was your mans, you really needed your mans to step up and be there for you, just in case y'all got in a situation where protection was necessary. So a lot of people aren't friends to this day because somebody ran off on them when it was time for them to put their hands up. Support but no protection. Yeah, it was all support when y'all drinking 40 ounces of White Mountain Cooler. My old schoolers, which y'all know. 40 ounces of brew. Smoking weed, cigarettes, and scooping girls and all of that. Yeah, it was all good. You was much support when it was when it was that situation. But when it comes time to somebody putting their hands on you and cats get scared, then all of a sudden the protection ain't there. and the support ain't what it used to be. Yeah, a lot of people didn't pass that test, and for that reason, now they ain't friends no more. They don't rock out no more. And you'll hear stories like this by a lot of different people. Like, yeah, man, that used to be my man, but he ran off on me. When them cats stepped at me or whatever, or when I got into something, when actually he got me into something. I'm going there to handle this thing for him and with him, and he runs off on me. Yeah, support but no protection, baby. Now you could ask yourself, is anybody else obligated to protect you? And the answer is probably no, unless they're your parents. I do believe that brothers and sisters, I do believe that blood family is obligated to protect each other. I also believe that blood family members are obligated to protect their family members by not putting them in positions where they will be harmed, or where they are sitting ducks or easy targets. I believe that too. So yeah, it can be a tough situation, man. Support but no protection. Yeah, I want to be down with you. I want to roll with you. I want to ride shotgun with you. I want to be there when all the girls are there. I want to be there when the fame and the money come and all of that. But when it comes time to make sure that nobody harms a hair on your head, nah, I mean, we ain't even cool like all that. Plus, some be acting funny sometimes. Like, oh, okay, I get it. Support but no protection. Support with no protection. It's not a good look, baby. It ain't a good look. And that's something that we gotta deal with out here, though, y'all. That's something that we have to deal with. And you come to find out this sort of thing at the most inconvenient times, at the most unlikeliest of moments. That's when you find out that the support system that you thought would be there, you hoped would be there, and that was supposed to be there, ain't nowhere there. They ain't nowhere near there, son. You know what I mean? It's not a good look. Support but no protection. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go-Gettimism Show. On the drive home, baby. Shit. So it's all good. We about to get up out of here in a minute, but I wanted to holler at y'all about that. And I want y'all to think about this. Make sure in the comments y'all holler at me and let me know what y'all think. Support but no protection. We can flip it around and say protection but no support. But it's hard for me to believe that you would protect somebody that you wouldn't otherwise support. Have you ever been in a situation where somebody stuck up for you, spoke up for you, protected you, that you knew did not like you, that you knew did not care for you, that you knew was not really that person that was on your side? Somebody that you may have considered to be indifferent towards you, or actually maybe even an enemy towards you. But they, when it all came down to it, maybe they felt like, well, if anybody gonna whoop their ass, or if anybody is gonna diss them, it's gonna be me, not anybody else. Or maybe sometimes people secretly are fond of you. Maybe you have the type of personality that won't allow them to be outwardly cool with you because you on some other shit as far as they're concerned. So for them to really be down with you, that may not be a possibility. I'm waving somebody across the street. Go ahead, do your thing, man. Do your thing. So yeah, sometimes people can only dig you from afar. Sometimes you may remind people of somebody that they are not messing with like that no more, or sometimes you just may be the type of person that Socially, nah, they can't really rock with you, but they don't hate you. And those might be the people that stuck up for you and hung in there with you and fought for you, or spoke up for you when the people that are supposed to be your biggest supporters was acting like little punks, or they just wasn't coming through. They wasn't representing. Why y'all ain't representing? Well, regardless of why you wasn't representing, there was no representation. There was taxation without representation, baby. Taxation without representation. Do you know what I'm saying? Actual facts, you know. Actual facts. Hold on. I gotta get close to this curve. Get close to the curve. We good? Okay. Alright. We good. Alright. Okay. So we go about to get on the body here, man. Yo, good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen. Support but no protection. What y'all know? What you know about being supported but not being protected? Listen, don't be around with nobody who won't protect you in a bind. I ain't saying that you should create situations where people will protect you just to see if they would. But what I'm saying is make sure that the people that you rocking with, the people that you down with, the people who are hanging out with you and who want to be down with you, make sure that they will stand up for you. Make sure that they will put their hands up for you. Make sure that even if y'all in a situation where you need to put your guns up, then make sure that they will put their gun up for you. Whatever protection means to you, whether it means speaking up for you, vouching for you, fighting for you, shooting for you, stab, whatever the case may be, if it's something that protects you, you make sure that you stay around people who will do it for you. Because that could be the difference between life and death. That could be the difference between, hey, daddy, I'm home, and dag, I can't believe I'm not going to see my dad no more. Straight up and down. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all and love y'all back to life. We will be back tomorrow night between 11 o'clock and 11:30. If I'm not on between 11 o'clock and 11:30, then we're not doing it that day. But if I'm there at that time, well, then again, sometimes it might be like 11:40. Just give me a decent shot, man. Yo, man, love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all, love y'all back to life, man. See y'all tomorrow night. Peace. Don't forget to share the show. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Holla. There you go.